Change is scary. I'm not talking about big change specifically. I'm talking about any change in general. Change can really be an unnerving feeling. It can be something as simple as changing your hairstyle and seeing something different in the mirror every day. When we change our current status quo, it's not always the easiest thing for us to accommodate to. It has a bit of a learning curve to it. Now, this can be something as simple as, let's say you want to make a lifestyle change. And yeah, it can be fitness-based. It can be wanting to change what you're eating. And let's say every morning for breakfast, you're used to having sugared cereal. It's your status quo. It's your comfort. It's what you go back to because it's what you're used to. And all of a sudden you're changing to making oatmeal. It takes longer to make, probably not as sweet, and doesn't have that satisfying feeling as your favorite bowl of cereal had for you. But those changes are for a reason. When we make a change, we tend not to make them willy-nilly because they are hard to deal with. We tend to really think about changes before they happen for most people. Let's talk bigger changes. Let's say you want to make significant life change. Let's say you want to change your career path. And that's a terrifying one. You have to start from scratch, square one. Maybe it's just a slight change in your career field. Maybe it's a complete change in general. Maybe you're starting a whole new career you never thought you'd be doing. And you're starting at the bottom, whereas you're leaving your current career feeling very confident in what you do. It's not an easy choice to make. Sometimes it has to be made out of necessity. Other times it has to be made just because of wanting something more and different out of life. Same thing can be said for moving from one city to the next. You go from where you're very comfortable, confident, and have spent a long time to somewhere you're brand new and you are starting from complete scratch and have no idea what you're doing or where anything is. Change shouldn't be made lightly. There are some people that can get away with it, but it really shouldn't be made lightly for the most part, for most people. And not everyone's going to handle change the same way. I know some people that will take change in stride like nothing else happened. But for the general populace, change is a hard to deal with topic on numerous things. But when you make the right change, it's always going to be worth it for you. If you move from one city to the next and you've made new friends, gotten away from toxic relationships, like there's so many reasons why a new city might be the exact absolute best thing for you. New job, let's say you were in a career that was maybe not satisfying. Maybe it wasn't about the money, maybe just not satisfying. You weren't liking your job anymore. Switching from one job to the next and finding a whole new purpose in life can be something amazing and meaningful. And when you make those movements, you might find you're overall happier. I'll go for a quick little story. I had a buddy, and I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to give it away. So he had a job, let's just say he's a truck driver. He's a truck driver, and he really didn't like his job. And it put stress on him, it put stress on his family, put stress on his marriage. And you could see it, obviously, like everything was hard. Every day was a struggle. His home life was unhappy. You could see it in his kids, him and his wife, they didn't see eye to eye. Fast forward a couple years, he got into a complete different line of work, like nothing even close to trucking anymore. His family is happier, healthier. Him and his marriage is stronger than I ever thought it could be. Like they are doing so amazing right now. It's just awesome to see that this couple has really explored and benefited from it. And they also actually moved cities as well. And everything about it is better. They made a calculated change that was not an easy change to make, especially not when it involves a couple of spouses. But they seek the rewards in making that change. I look at myself. When I first got into the world of fitness back when I was 20, I was a happy fat guy. And that's what I call myself. Like, not that I was like very morbidly obese, but I was very much unhealthy, out of shape, and I was positive I was very happy with the way I was. And then a couple of things clicked to me. I decided to make a lifestyle change. And the goal was never to pursue it at the extent I did. But even in my earlier years, I was able to look back and say, I was not happy where I was. I was just tricking myself thinking I was happy. I made a change that had a significant quality of life improvements on it. And it was the best thing I did for myself. And all those little changes, big changes, small changes, if they're thought through properly, they can be very beneficial. We can make a small change that can sometimes snowball into bigger changes, better changes, and things we never thought possible happening to us can happen. So whenever someone presents you with a change, really take a second and think, is this change something is it negative because I'm scared of it? Or is it actually going to be negative? Or is it possible to be something better? Because you can sit where you are and do nothing. Or you can make a significant change in your life. And it can be anything you want. If your change is, I want to wake up 5 minutes earlier so I can spend, 5 more minutes with my kids. It's a change. But who knows where that change could lead to? When I first started my YouTube channel, I used to sign off on every video with the quote, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And changes are challenging. But if you get through a good one, you have no idea the rewards you might be reaping from it. That was my thought for today. So, like I said, change is terrifying, but it can be very worth it. Take care, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be making more and more videos coming out, and the more followers I get, the more content I'm making. Thanks so much. Bye.